Hello everybody, I'm Patty Patain. Meet the power of intelligent conversation. The language of chemistry, inflammation and arthritis pain, a broken brain part, clinical panic attacks and manic depression, one kidney over the age of 60, and the common denominator in all of this, me. You add a little bit of medical oil made from the cannabis plant, see the formula here, and you have a very good reason to pay very close attention for the next 30 minutes. I promise you, I will not waste your time. As we age, some of us develop painful arthritis. It can be caused by inflammation. Now, inflammation has two effects on us. It can heal, or it can turn on us and cause, among other problems, and there's a long list here. I'm going to highlight a couple of things: Alzheimer's, asthma, arthritis, Crohn's disease, congestive heart failure, fibromyalgia, heart attack, that's a good one, lupus, neuropathy, strokes. Bad inflammation is not a good thing. So we're going to talk about this. Seniors, I'm one of you, that's us, we're the most vulnerable to all of these issues. You know, you got to start with the beginning, and that is you have to understand the chemistry that makes up our brain, our body, and the chemistries we put into our bodies, be it medicine or food, because it's really kind of medicine is food, food is medicine, and if you look at it that way, I think you'll stay a lot healthier, or you'll get a lot healthier. The chemistry of cannabis. This cannabis plant has been around for thousands of years. It has been used as a medicinal for thousands of years. I'm not going to talk about the politics. I'm going to stay out of that right now. However, when you have the plant cannabis, there are 113 different chemical compounds in cannabis. I'm going to be talking about only 2 of the 113. This one, THC, and this one, CBD. Please note, they are very different. Same family of plant, but not the same plant. Cannabis, THC, is called tetrahydrocannabinol. Cannabis, CBD, is called cannabidiol. My pronunciation may be a little off, but give me a break. In very simple terms, think about it as an orange and a grapefruit. Both are from the citrus family, but one is an orange and one is a grapefruit. They are different. Cannabis, TBC, is commonly known as tetrahydrocannabinol by the well-known name of marijuana. THC has psychoactive properties. When smoked or eaten, it will either give you a feeling of relaxation and put you to sleep or make you feel high. I do not know how to explain the THC high because I do not use it. About 30 years ago, I tried smoking a marijuana cigarette. It made me very ill. I threw up. That was the end of it. It's been over 30 years. This is not to discount the medical benefits of THC. It works well when treating an upset stomach, vomiting, nausea, especially in cancer patients receiving chemotherapy. This has been proven. THC can also relieve pain, although to the best of my research, it does not fix the problem that is causing the pain, like arthritis pain caused by inflammation. In order to rid your body of most arthritis pain, you have to reduce the out-of-control inflammation. Having been diagnosed in 1994 with clinical panic attacks and manic depression, this is caused by what I have always referred to as a broken brain part. I inherited it. It's not uncommon. I also inherited painful arthritis. Now, none of this became a problem until I kind of like approached the age of 50. And I had been properly medicated for a number of years for the brain chemistry imbalance. And I'm all good to go. I still have a broken brain part, but the medication is taking care of it. I'm closely monitored, by the way, with a very professional MD psychiatrist, psychopharmacologist who specializes in medicine for brain chemistry. But I had to find a way to live with the arthritis pain. And it was just, it was getting worse, so I was taking more and more of the over-the-counter anti-inflammatory as the years went on. I took a leave. It did reduce the inflammation, and it did keep me from being in serious arthritis pain. Until late December 2014, that was a very interesting event in my life. Early on a Saturday morning, I entered Desert Regional Medical Center. I wasn't there very long. I left Monday morning under my own power. I was, however, without my right kidney. Again, that is history for a different program. Had 2 kidneys, now I have 1. We only really need 1, but that's beside the point. Suffice to say, had my kidney not been successfully removed, I would not have lived beyond July 2015. I'm lucky. My doctor suggested at that time that I discontinue my use of Aleve, the anti-inflammatory, to keep my arthritis at bay. I'm not stupid, so I agreed. I had 1 kidney left. I wanted to take very good care of it. It took about 6 months for my arthritis to begin to come back, very painful. And well, I hurt. At which point I was having to take very small amounts of opioids. It was the only thing that got rid of the pain. I have 0 pain tolerance. So I was taking opioids, the medication, Vicodin and Percocet, very little of it under a doctor's care, my doctor, which, by the way, I've had for 30 years. Opioids are generally not very healthy. They are very bad for you if you don't use them properly. And with my age being over 60 and with my broken brain part and my arthritis pain, I was having problems. I had to get rid of the pain. Now, I took them very responsibly. However, they weren't very good for me, not with my broken brain part. They're not very good for anybody. They can be very addictive. I was lucky I was not addicted to it. But because I have 0 pain tolerance, I had to do something. I couldn't continue to take the opioids, and I couldn't continue to take any kind of an anti-inflammatory. I had to find something to get me out of pain. In the fall of 2016, I started to research an alternative for my pain. And I found out something called Cannabis CBD. It didn't work very well. Got rid of maybe a little bit of my arthritis pain, but not very much. And I was not about to continue supplementing with opioids. I made up my mind to find an adult in the cannabis CBD selling business. Big, important piece of information here. Cannabis CBD is not cannabis THC. CBD has no THC in it. It has nothing to make you feel any high or any feeling of relaxation. I'm going to repeat that. There is no psychiatric chemical ingredient in cannabis CBD. I checked with my MD, psychiatrist, psychopharmacologist, and she said I could take the CBD without any negative effects from my broken brain part. So unlike the dispensaries, both here and in the desert and in Los Angeles, where I had previously got the CBD from, I set out to find a dispensary that had an owner on site that was an adult. That was important to me, and I'm going to make it important to you. I wanted the adult to be the owner of the dispensary and also the grower of what she was selling in that dispensary. I wanted to meet and find out why the CBD I was taking was not working as well as I thought it should. And most important, I wanted to find an adult closer to my age, over 60, that would understand my arthritis pain and my broken brain part. August 2017, PSA Organica in Palm Springs, and the owner, Julie Montante. Julie is not new to the desert to just grow and sell marijuana. That's why a lot of people come here. She did not. She's been here for 33 years. First, I asked her why she is in the cannabis business, both as a grower and as a seller. Then I asked to see her licenses to grow and sell cannabis from the state of California and from the city of Palm Springs. Then I asked her if I could see her growing facility in Palm Springs. She showed me everything, her entire organic growing facility. All I'm really interested in for this series of programming is medical marijuana.
That's what we're talking about.
I'm interested in strictly medical marijuana.
Right.
I understand that there's a recreational marijuana. I understand people smoke it just because, but when you're over the age of 50 or 60, or maybe even a little more, things start to hurt.
Yes.
You get, I know, because I hurt until you get arthritis, you get all sorts of things that happen. And I'm beginning to understand that if I use something that comes from one of these plants, it will have a different effect on me than something that comes from one of these plants.
Correct. Each one is different. We carry...
Each one?
Correct. Each one is different.
Where'd these come from?
They came from seeds many, many years ago, and they have been harvested and planted and pruned and cloned. Let me take you over to here and I'll show you. Basically, this is a foam that we put this in to root it.
It's like an incubator.
Correct. Correct, and it sweats, then it creates the root, and then once this roots, then we cut the square, and then we basically label everything according to the genetics. The genetic is
Which
right
one is
here.
This
is called Skywalker, and it also gives a date of when it was cut and planted. So it starts this way. It comes from the mother. The clippings come through here. They're clipped to the very top. And then once we get done with this, there'll be squares cut, and then we'll go to the next process of it. So these are basically our clones.
Okay, it came from the incubator
to here.
And then you put it in dirt.
A pot. Oh no, it's cocoa. It's organic. Everything that we use is organic. Cocoa mulch.
Mulch from coconuts?
Yep. Fibers. It's all built basically, there's no dirt, it's all fiber.
So they take coconut...
Shredded cocoa mulch.
Coconut casings after the meat is out and shred it up, and where's the food?
The food is in filters with the water, so this is an RO water, which means that it has all the nutrients as it gets watered. And this is all at this stage, it's all hand watered.
Why?
Because each one has a certain amount of water that they need. It takes too many picks to put it through this. And each one are labeled again.
So this is a name with a number.
Right.
So that tells you what
variety it is.
What variety
Correct.
it is. All the lights, the fans are all different, designed specifically for a stage of growth.
Correct. So now I'm going to show you a plant that once it's grown out, it takes approximately close to 3 months. And this is what the plant material would look like.
You take the one that's out of the incubator and into the previous smaller thing, and you put it into here?
They come into here for the next 3 months roughly. And again, everything is tagged. And in here we have, these are self-watering containers. So basically we have tubes that water themselves. Water runs down into the filter system, and then it recycles itself. We are the only grow facility that has a waste-free facility. There's none in this, I believe, in the state of California that has that.
You recycle if there's...
We recycle everything. And there's different varieties. You can see the different sites of the buds and how they grow. Different plant material, different flavors and species grow differently.
Now, why are those a different color?
Because they're getting ready to harvest.
I'm only guessing that your power bill is substantial.
Extensive, yes.
But every grow stage has a different lighting.
Correct.
Different heat.
Correct.
Different fans.
Correct.
Different cooling,
yes.
warming. It's a science. It's a science like any other pharmaceutical.
Correct.
What is?
Okay.
Whoops, what is this stuff?
This is netting. And what the netting does is once you saw the plants being harvested, they're hung upside down so that all the flavoring and the juice and the THC runs to the buds. They'll dry like this for approximately, how long you guys, about 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
No, it takes about 15 days.
Depending on the outside moisture, depending on if it's cold outside, hot outside, it's all temperature controlled. So we make sure that it hangs like this and airs out so no mold or bacteria. It's fully contained.
I was not about to take any suggestions from Julie about CBD unless I knew everything about her business and realized I could trust her. First, I wanted to know why she was in this business.
My mother would have been 74. I started this because my mother had cancer, so I really got into these products way back when. And I only wish I had the products today. She's passed on since then from misdiagnosed cancers, and so basically I'm really happy that we can help. Makes me upset, but I'm really happy that we can get an alternative medicine to the seniors, to anyone that is in pain. We have the capability of taking people off of opiates. We have the capability of saving people's livers, kidneys, and pancreases. We have HIV patients that we've been able to help. We have RSO oils that we can help different patients. So whatever your needs are, we have it here for you. And if I don't have it, I will get it for you.
I went through my issues with Julie of arthritis, the inflammation, my broken brain part, and she immediately knew what to recommend. She recommended this. It is a 2,500 milligram bottle of pharmaceutical grade CBD. Keep that in mind. Pharmaceutical grade CBD, high doses, 2,500 milligrams.
This is a pharmaceutical grade CBD. It's 2,500 milligrams. And what this does for the body in faster dosing and smaller dosing is that it takes care of your immune system, aches and pains, chronic diseases. It's a miracle in a bottle, basically. Great for seniors, great for adults that are in any kind of car accident, surgical pain, anything that has to do with inflammation.
It's like anything you take, and that is whether it's food or any kind of a medicine. With exception, you take a little bit to see how it affects you, see how you like it, see if you like the taste, see if it's good for you, see if it doesn't upset your stomach. You start with a little bit, work up to the higher doses. There are several dosing sizes of this particular miracle nutritional products. It's made in Florida. It's very important, made in America.
You have to know your body.
Yes.
You have to understand, like when Patty came to me, you have to understand that your body, you have to get to know your body, you have to know where the pain is and how the different alternative medicines are working for you. And then you either decrease or increase according to your pain level.
I learned how to use it with the 2,500 milligrams. I started out taking a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the midday, and a little bit at night when I went to sleep. Julie also suggested other CBD products like candies.
So these are basically lozenges, and what the lozenges do for you is keep up the CBD in your body for the day. So if you're dosing straight CBD, then what you would do during the day is suck on a few lozenges just to keep the dosage going into your body. You constantly want a flow of CBD product in your body so that it keeps reducing the inflammation of pain. So once you start with those, if you have any chronic outside pain or muscle pain, we also have a roll-on. So the roll-on is applied just like any other roll-on. once you apply a cream, you have to apply the cream not just in the area of pain, but all the way around the area of pain, and maybe down about a foot is always best, so you encumber the whole area that is in pain. So it decreases that pain as well with the muscle area in your body.
I started on the 2,500 milligrams of pharmaceutical grade CBD. About after 10 days, my arthritis pain had started to go away. So being quite surprised, I also used a little bit of the CBD cream. Now the CBD cream and the roll-ons, I realized some effects from that positive. It did get rid of the pain, but it's temporary. Some people it'll last for a few minutes like it did for me. Some people will last for several hours with your pain being gone as a result of using these CBD products. But I realized that as I increased my dosage of the 2,500 milligram of CBD, it was working. And I called and asked for the owner of the company that makes this stuff. The name of this particular oil is Maravida, M-A-R-A-V-I-D-A, Maravida. It's made by the company Miracle Nutritional Products, and they're in Florida. So the first thing I did is I made a cold call to that company. I asked for the owner of the company. I got him on the phone. His name is Wayne, and he's also the president. We talked at length. Every question I asked him, he answered me without fail, without hesitation. I asked for copies of where their growing certificates were from the federal government that said he could buy this stuff and sell it. It is legal in all 50 states. It is called industrial hemp. CBD, industrial hemp, cannabis. Once he sent me all the certificates and told me every step his company takes to guarantee the quality of his American-grown and processed pharmaceutical-grade CBD oil, I was convinced that this CBD oil, which is the very best you can take. So Julie gave me a little bit of extra advice, which I had always known, but I want to reinforce it here with you.
I want to emphasize one thing about these products. These products, please do not buy them at street fairs. No. Please do not buy them on the internet. Please do not buy them unless you are at a licensed dispensary. You never know who those people are. You never know what they're diluting it with. You don't know anything about it. So it's very important that you come in and get the knowledge from a dispensary that carries the product, because outside in the world we don't know what they dilute it with. We don't know what they use it. We don't know where it's made. And you cannot ever find those people again, because all of a sudden they're here one day and gone the next.
Now, the good part. After 6 months of Miracle Nutritional CBD cannabis, using the 2,500 milligram, I started using the less strong 1,500 milligram. Now I'm going to continue to take the CBD oil, and as time goes on, I will need less and less of the milligram content of this pure pharmaceutical grade. All I'm trying to do is get my inflammation down to a normal, healthy level and be able to maintain it with the least amount of CBD oil that I have to take. It's like when you know when you take an antibiotic, you take a heavy dose of it in the beginning and then you taper off towards the end of it. Well, that's what you do with this. You take a 2,500 milligram, or however severe your pain is. You can start with 15. It depends upon you. You have to find that out for yourself. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to take or how much to take it. I'm telling you only what I found out for myself, and how today, 6 months later, I am completely, totally out of pain. No arthritis pain. None. All gone. Later in my research, I will bring you other people who I have shared this pharmaceutical grade CBD with, and they will tell you how it has been for them and how they have received pain relief from their arthritis or an injury, anything that hurts. And just a quick note here. Over the years, I have been responsibly prescribed Ambien to help me sleep, Xanax to control a potential panic attack or a manic depressive episode, opioids for severe pain, gabapentin to interrupt my arthritis pain. The problem with gabapentin is I gained weight, 12 pounds. Now I don't take any of this. I am completely off of Ambien to sleep. I am completely off of Xanax to control a potential panic attack or a manic depressive episode. I also lost the 12 pounds by not taking the gabapentin anymore. So let's try and wrap this up and review it. It's not easy to understand. It's not easy to try and explain. I have tried to bring this down to some really simple graphics and simple language. Take a look at the graphic again. This is the language of chemistry. Inflammation causes arthritis pain. I have a broken brain part, clinical panic attacks, and manic depression. I now have one kidney. I'm over 60 years of age. So because I only brought you the two most important chemical compounds that I find for my benefit in cannabis, which is THC and CBD, they're very different. The same family of plant, but they're not the same plant. The cannabis THC is psychoactive. The cannabis CBD is not psychoactive. In very simple terms, please remember, think about an orange and a grapefruit. Both are from the citrus tree family, but one is an orange and one is a grapefruit. They are different. Do not get off the message here and think for 1 minute that I am recommending that you take any form of medical or recreational marijuana. I am not. But if you choose to take any of the now legal medical or recreational THC, keep it away from kids, just like alcohol. Do not eat or smoke any THC and drive. That is stupid. You will be driving under the influence, which can get you arrested, among other bad things that can happen to you. Now, I'm going to follow with more programs on this subject of cannabis CBD. In the meantime, if you have pain from arthritis or an injury, call Julie at PSA Organica, make an appointment, talk only to her to begin with, or as always, any questions, call me or send me an email. One more thing before I finish. Do you have a dog that's a little bit older that has arthritis pain? Here's something that the Miracle nutritional products that Wayne makes. These are treats for your dog. It's medicine. You can give them the CBD treats to eat, like little pieces of dog food. You can give them in a pill form. You can give the dog drops. Basically, everything they have for humans, they have for animals too. Just to reinforce this one message, cannabis CBD is not psychoactive. It won't make you feel all high or down or up or asleep or anything like that. It will not happen. It has no psychoactive ingredients in it. And this product is pure pharmaceutical grade CBD. So don't confuse them. Don't let anybody talk you into thinking that CBD is THC. It is not. This particular medicinal pharmaceutical grade CBD has worked exceptionally well for me. I am out of pain. I am off all of my medications. And if this is something that can help you, you have my phone number, you have Julie's phone number. More than ready to talk to you anytime.